Welcome back to another edition of Christopher's Kitchen, and today it's the magic behind the Oriental stir fry. Christopher Lampo joins us now with all the details.
That's it. Well, if you love to cook at home and it's a hobby for you, and you've been out to Chinese restaurants and you'd love to make that at home, but you never know how, I'm going to show you a few secrets that help get you closer. Let me start by showing you some slicing some meats and getting those meats marinating ready for our stir fry. Got some chicken breast here. I just want to slice very, very thin. Now, the key in Chinese, at least the meat preparation, is, very, very thin cooking, quick cooking meats and vegetables. Now, we've rinsed off our cutting board and washed our knife and washed our hands in between cutting the meat and the chicken. You don't want any cross-contamination. If the chicken has any sort of bacteria, salmonella, you don't want that transferring to the meat. Although these will be cooked at very high temperatures, and if there is anything there, they will be flashed out. Now, I'm slicing this meat. I happen to be using prime New York strip because that's what I had at the restaurant today. But you could use flank or, chuck, something like that. As long as it's sliced really thin, you can get away with inexpensive cuts of meat. Got just a little bit of garlic, ginger, green onion. I'm going to do that in both of these. Garlic, ginger, and green onion. A little bit of soy sauce in each one, just a couple of drops. I always use Kikkoman. It's the best. It's brewed. It's very good. A little soy sauce, a little bit of white pepper in each one. Just a touch of sesame oil now in each one. Now, Mike, that sesame oil has a real pungent flavor. You'll be able to recognize it as soon as you smell it. Now, also one thing that happens in Chinese cooking in this marinade process, put a little bit of egg white in each one, and a little bit of cornstarch, and that helps create a little bit of helps seal the meat a little bit so it stays nice and moist. So we're just going to do that. Okay. I'm going to stir this one up here. Now, it doesn't need to marinate very long. So we want to start with a little peanut oil first, and get that around there. And we always start with a little garlic, ginger, and green onion. Okay, that's the first thing we do. Just grab it just like that. Get that going very quickly, just like that. And then you add your meat. And I'm just going to do about half this amount of meat because Mike doesn't look that hungry to me today. Okay? Notice that very, very high heat. Let's get a little bit more. Camera guy looks hungry. All right. And we don't want to mess with it too much. We don't want any of that garlic or anything to burn, but we just, on this first time we put it in, we don't want to mess with it too much. We want to just go ahead and let it cook. Once our meat is fully cooked, I'm going to go ahead and start adding our vegetables. And you always want to put the things that take the longest to cook. I'm going to use a little carrot here first, a little onion. We'll cook that first. Go ahead and add a little bit of chicken broth. Just create a little bit of a sauce there for us. We've got a little bit of a cornstarch mixture that's going to help us thicken that up. Just a little cornstarch and water. Going to add some of our bok choy for a nice freshness. Okay. Now at this stage, I like to add a little bit of soy sauce for flavor, a little white pepper. And at the very end, I just like to add a few green onion pieces there. And here's something very key also. It's called sesame oil. Just a couple of drops of that. And that's going to be one of the secrets that you'll discover is make something taste really unique, okay? Going to add this and just have that in our platter, get that ready for tasting. I've got some rice steaming, and that'll be great. That's not bad for an Italian, right? For an Italian guy, that's not too bad.
That is extremely tender beef. And then we're going to move on to the chicken here to see how that turned out. And again, slicing this thin is one of the secrets that I noticed as you were preparing this earlier. The one thing you can get from the website, there were those little secrets like the sesame oil, the peanut oil, all the things that you need at your disposal to make that work. So once again, if you'd like to access these recipes, you can do that on the featured links page at kbtx.com. That's where you'll find all the recipes. We've built up quite a library too from Christopher's Kitchen. Don't forget, next time it's fried rice we'll be talking about. For Christopher Lampo, I'm Mike Wright.